Get that heart going. Don't take back to the end.
Hey guys, it's 7 a.m. here where I am in California. So in the morning, I do my exercise with Richard Simmons, you know. I'm flexing it, as you guys can tell. Look at this. So, it's 7 a.m. We gotta get more people in. There's 2 watchers watching me exercise. Okay, we're exercising, you guys. We're exercising here. 7 a.m. here. Woo! All for Pokemon cards. Woo! Forget work. I'm exercising. Hold on, I gotta drink my water. Woo! As you can tell, my exercise, I'm sweating. It's not water, you guys, it's sweat because I work hard. I exercise. It's what I do. Woo. Let me stop this real quick. Oh, so you guys can tell, I work really, really hard. And not only that, we have Richard Simmons flexing some Pokemon cards here. Look at that, you guys. Exercising. Woo, I'm sweaty. How's everyone doing? 7 a.m. My goodness. Woo. Let me go here. Oh, that's so, look, oh my God, look at Richard Simmons flexing it. All right. How's everyone? Let's do a quick shout out. Hey, Hefe, 4 stores left to go. What is he doing? Wish me luck. I can confirm there's no cards to buy here at Target or Walmart. We're definitely going to talk about this. How's everyone doing? Woo. Okay, let's go here. So everyone, thank you so much for here. We have a very special guest, Ross, for Pokemon Trading Card Radio. So we're going to let him go. Ross, are you exercising this morning? What time is it over there for you right now? So let me go here. Let me close. Bye, Richard. We're good. And there you go. What time is it over there for you right now?
It's 3 in the afternoon. I'm in the middle of a pretty busy work day. When I agreed to do this, I was like, Friday the 12th of March, there's nothing going on. And then Pokemon were like, hey, do you want to see the whole of Matchless Fighters? And just as we're doing that, they were like, oh yeah, and by the way, they started revealing Sword and Shield 6. So they revealed like the whole of the new set and a bunch of cards from the next set. And then Digimon were like, hey, here's a new keyword that we're going to... So yeah, it's a busy day today. But that's good.
Very good. We got hello from England. So every guest I come in, every guest that comes on the show, I do like a quick 1 minute. And by the way, that 1 minute is totally a joke because it's not 1 minute. I put them on basically on the spotlight with 10 questions, and we're gonna go real quick from Take your time, okay? There's no pressure. So we have 5 viewers, it's 7, 8. It's gonna go up a little higher, but everyone say hi. Who are the 5 viewers? Say hi. I want to put you on the big spotlight, but before I do that, I'm gonna turn the camera on to you. Tell us about yourself real quick, and then all yours.
Okay. Well, I'm a bit of a talker. I could go on for hours.
Go ahead.
So basically I started off as like a proper like grown up, and I got like a real job. I qualified to be a teacher. I got 2 teaching qualifications, which most people don't do, but I really wanted to do it properly. I was running law and business departments in sixth form colleges. I was like a proper like grown up of a proper grown up job, and now I basically just talk about cards. It's been quite a long journey. I started doing a podcast. And I never really meant to do a podcast. It was just a case of, I like podcasts. I listen to podcasts. And I tried to find a Pokemon one, like TCG focused. And essentially there'd been like 20 of them and they'd all done 2 episodes and quit. So I was like, well, I can do that. I can do a Pokemon podcast. So I did. I just started a podcast. And then I was like, well, I must have a YouTube channel. You can't have a podcast without a YouTube channel. So I started doing that. And I kind of meandered for a few years, and then the last 5 years-ish, I've been taking it basically more and more seriously. And the podcast, unfortunately, I don't really do anymore, which I feel really sad about. But there's a load of things are very different to when I started. There are so many really good TCG podcasts out there. I suppose I don't know if I'm really needed to do that anymore. And now I just do YouTube videos, and a huge amount of them, far more than any sane person should. But I might, and it's a big, big if, but I might have actually gotten to the stage now where teaching is I talk about Pokemon cards, which doesn't really make me feel much like a proper grown-up. But I wake up and I come into my studio and I make Pokemon videos, and I see so much more of my kids than I used to, and I don't have a boss telling me I'm an idiot. And it's kind of nice. So I suppose the short version is I make videos about Pokemon cards, and I'm actually quite proud of myself.
Excellent. And hey, and those videos are awesome, by the way. So props to you. Props to you. We're going to go to the 10 quick questions. They're not quick. Take your time. I've heard they've been tough. So ready? I'm going to go. Pick a starter. Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle?
Oh, Squirtle all day long. I actually, the local game store, like video game store where I grew up, they had no respect for street dates. So when they got the game in from the distributor, they just sell it. So I actually picked up Pokemon Blue, I think it was 2 days before it was actually released, because the shop got it in and they were like, it's in, you can buy it. So I bought it 2 days early. I got Blue, my mate Jake got, and I just played the heck out of it. But there's something about Squirtle. I don't know. I mean, I grew up next to the sea. I still live next to the sea, incidentally. So maybe I'm kind of drawn to water Pokemon. Turtles are awesome. I mean, Venusaur, no, love for Venusaur. Venusaur's a bit bland. And Charizard's a bit, everyone loves Charizard. It's a big fire-breathing dragon. It's like, okay, we get it. It's designed to be cool. But Blastoise? Come on. I love me some Blastoise. Plus, if you look over the history of the trading card game, I've been proven TCG, no competition. The best of the three has been Blastoise, and I really don't think you can give a good argument to the contrary. So, yeah, Squirtle every day.
Very nice. You're actually the first guest that picked Squirrel. No, I'm pretty sure. I'm
the first guest that got it right then.
No comment on that. Favorite Pokemon after first gen? I mix up these questions because I didn't want the guests to memorize how I order them. So favorite Pokemon after first gen?
So we're talking only including Gen 1?
Yes.
Are we talking
Gen
only including Gen 1 or not including?
No, after. So after the 151.
So does that mean I can only pick from them, or I cannot pick them?
You cannot pick from the 151. That'll be for another question. That's coming up.
Oh, Mamoswine. Mamoswine's number one overall. I love me some Mamoswine. And people keep asking
that's
me,
your mascot.
It is. It's Mamoswine. But the Donphan, there's a really good reason for Donphan. Because, like, the first time I kind of made a mark as a player was a UK Nationals in 2011, and I read Donphan deck. And Speed Donphan wasn't supposed to be good. It was supposed to be kind of a decent deck that could donk a few people, but it wasn't supposed to be like a serious deck. It was supposed to be an if you have a really good run deck. But I spent basically an entire season perfecting Donphan and took it to Nationals, and I'm still salty about Nationals 2011. I was moaning to Slowpoke well about this the other day. Well, I got to top 16, and I was playing against Gengar with Vileplume. I usually won. I won it like 60% of the time, but in a best of 3 scenario, that means I expected to win the matchup. So I win game 1, I lose game 2 on Fainting Spell Flips. I'm very annoyed. That's the worst ability they've ever printed. And then game 3, I need to have my Regice, and my Regice is prized. And I'm like, that's fine. I play Azalf to get it out my prizes. And my Azalf is prized, and I lose. And that's it. Nationals is over. And then the following weekend, I go to a City Championships, and I'm playing against Yassine Sakoum, who played the game and won UK Nationals. And a week later, with the same decks, I beat him at a pointless Battle Roads in Sheffield, which meant nothing. And that was my year. That was the only year I had a legit chance at Nationals, and I'm still salty. But that's not actually the question you asked. Mamoswine, I don't have a good story for why I love Mamoswine. Like Donphan, I can tell you my Donphan Prime deck, and I can go on for hours. You got the super short version. Mamoswine, Mamoswine's just cool. And
Maybe
I'm like
you just really like elephants.
I do, and to be fair, Donphan is elephant-heavy Pokemon. But I don't know. It's one of those things like, and it's weird because I'm a TCG dude, and Mamoswine has never had a good TCG card. And yet there's something about that dude that just, like, we got to Gen 4 and I saw Mamoswine and I'm like, done.
Done. Actually, I really like Cufant. So I actually am a Pokemon, like an elephant. So yeah, but okay, this one
was on my Gen 8 team.
This one might be a little bit heavy, okay? This one might be heavy. Get ready for this. Let me know, by the way, you guys. He's from the UK. I'm in the US. Let me know how the stream connection is. I tested my internet speed before we did this. You saw it, right? It was good. It said good.
I assume mine's fine.
It's good. So let me know, you guys. So okay, this might be a little bit heavy, but the floor is all yours. What got you into collecting? Because I know you collect as well and play.
Meat. So it's like a series of moments. So like, and I love the way my Pokemon journey started. So it's a bit of a weird one. I'm pretty sure no one else has this story, but I've got an aunt who doesn't have kids, and she's a lovely lady, and she's gay. So that kind of ended here. She was never interested in kids. She's now married and off and having fun. Never any interest in kids whatsoever. And so she was always a brilliant aunt, like a really, really brilliant aunt, like a fantastic, phenomenal aunt. And one of the things she did when we were little, there's me and I got two older brothers and a slightly younger sister, and then a couple that came later, but they're not part of the story. They weren't around at the time. So what she did was she had a saving account for the four of us. And we got to like 13, I want to say. And some of it was taken for all of us to go on a family holiday. And some of it was taken to buy a computer for the family. And the rest of it was basically do what you like. And I spent all of it on Pokemon cards. And this was right as base set came. Much like the second base set came out, I spent pretty much all of it on Pokemon cards, which was brilliant. And at the time, and then like my mum found out I'd done this, and my mum was just kind of like, "Are you kidding me? You're right." And my aunt, I cannot say enough good things about my aunt. My aunt is one of my favorite people. She is brilliant. And she was like, and my aunt didn't really care, but my mum was just kind of like, "Really?" And my dad, they were like, she saved that money for you for years and you blew it on Pokemon cards. And the answer was yes. Yes, I did. And it worked out beautifully because it really basically just ended up meaning I was investing in my future. So that was kind of the start. I was 13 years old. I wasn't used to having money. I all of a sudden had this pot of money to which I had access at the exact same time as the base set came out. And I just blew all my money on Pokemon cards. And it felt good at the time. And honestly, looking back, I was like, that was a good decision. I'm setting myself up for my future. So time goes by and I kind of slip a bit out of Pokemon. I don't ever leave Pokemon, but there was a long stretch of really into it very much. I still played the games. I still bought cards here and there, but I wasn't really a huge Pokemon fan. And then we get to like 2011. I want to say it's about 2011. And at the time, I'm working in the Midlands, but my family's all down in Cornwall. So I'm regularly driving like a 350-mile journey. Like pretty much every other weekend, I'm driving 700 miles round trip to go home, see my friends and all of that. And at one point, and there's a big Asda about halfway. So I always stop at this Asda to just chill. And I don't know why, and I don't understand it. They had base set booster cards for like £1.50 a pack, which was the RRP when they were released in the 90s. I don't understand why they had these. It makes no sense that they had these, but they did. So I bought them all. And I opened them. I could have left them sealed. I could have sold them for a few hundred a pack, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. I just opened them. But that really reignited my passion for Pokemon. And then from there, it was just, there's a pre-release. It was Arceus was the first one I went to, Platinum Arceus. So I went to the pre-release for Arceus. And then there's a battle road to that. And then I make friends. And it just kind of all started building up from there. But it was kind of this innocuous, I just stopped at a supermarket on my way home, found base set cards, bought them. And from there, like my Pokemon love has just literally been growing every single week. Pretty much day, to be honest with you. And I don't have any regrets on blowing my money as a kid on these Pokemon cards But I absolutely do have regrets that, like 10 years ago, I bought all these packs for £1.50 and just opened.
I like that answer a lot. I actually don't have. I'm pretty sure you saw my. Have you ever noticed with my video? I just hoard Pokemon cards. I don't have any regrets. I have so many, but I love that answer. And by the way, RRP is the same way. It's synonymous with MSRP here. RRP stands for. I know it's retail price. What's the other R for? Recommended retail price. There you go. Just in case. Thank you for so much for letting me know that it's holding up pretty work. Thank you, CJ. All right. This one should be probably easy. Favorite first gen Pokemon, so the originals.
Porygon. And Porygon's still number 2, which is weird because, like, on my logo, we got Mamoswine and Donphan. Everyone knows I love Mamoswine and Donphan, but I don't end up because Porygon doesn't come around too much in the TCG, and obviously we got Porygon Z now, so I don't get to talk about Porygon very much. It doesn't really come up. But like playing through the games as a kid, I was like, wait, so it's a Pokemon and it's a computer program, and the only way is to gamble voraciously. That was really fun to me. Like, I love the design of the Pokemon. It was very, very different. Like, if you lined all the Gen 1 Pokemon up, you could easily argue that Porygon was more different than any of the other ones. It was so unique. And even just the way you actually had to acquire it in game was brilliant, and I loved it. And it even like nowadays, you end up being given Porygon in most of the games. Like, you don't encounter Porygon in the wild, which is quite rare for pretty much any of the Pokemon. Although we need justice for Porygon. It hasn't been in anime since that episode that caused all the bad stuff. And that wasn't Porygon, that was Pikachu. Pikachu caused the flashing. But Porygon's been punished just because it was his episode. Although Porygon's genderless, but that's not the point. I'm annoyed.
That is true. Okay, this one's another heavy one. Least favorite Pokemon?
Mr. Mime.
No, really?
I don't understand it.
Mr. Rhyme. How about Mr. Rhyme?
I mean, better, but there's no Pokemon that I dislike you. There's no Pokemon I dislike. And even Mr. Mime, you know, there was the card in the TCG that protected your bench, which was a really cool card. And twice we've had the Magic Odds and Magic Evens. So in the TCG, Mr. Mime's been kind of interesting. I've got a bit of love for Mr. Mime, but put on the spot, you asked me for my least favorite Pokemon. It's Mr. Mime. It's creepy. It's too human, and I'm not into it.
We can go into detail with 2 humans. I got a couple of Pokemons. I'll be like, whoa, if you think that, I got some. I have, Mushana. Okay, we're going to,
I love Mana. Mushana I don't love.
Yeah, there you go. Favorite Pokemon set?
You're talking TCG expansion?
Anything that you like. I'll even take the Japanese. I don't know if you collect Japanese. We'll go into that. For favorite Pokemon set at all.
Okay. This is kind of a tough one. So, I mean, if we're talking pure artwork, it's the Lost Link mini set that came out in Japan, which I kept meaning to buy a box of, and then I didn't, and that's another I have a lot of Pokemon regrets. Never anything I did buy, always stuff that I should have bought but didn't. But we never got that set as it was. We got like half of the cards in Triumphant and then half of the cards in Call of Legends. Mm-hmm. But it was just, it was all themed around the Lost Zone. So a bunch of the cards interacted with the Lost Zone. It's a set that gave us Gengar Prime and Lost World, which was supposed to break the game and ended up being a bit rubbish. And, you know, we had the Pachirisu that accelerated energy came from there. There was a really beautiful Snorlax, Magnezone from that set. And just the artwork, there's something about the artwork and the design of that set. I love that we had the Lost Zone theme. That was really cool. But I really, really like the artwork in that set. If you're talking English sets, I'm going to say the Heart Gold Soul Silver block as a whole. And I really can't choose.
That's really nice.
And the thing is, like, so Arceus was my first pre-release. So I kind of came in right at the tail end of Platinum. And so, you know, Heart Gold Soul Silver was really when I started taking the game serious. Collected that entire block. So I've got a binder with every Heart Gold Soul Silver card in, all the legends, all the primes, the alpha lithographs. I've got all of the 11 shiny Pokemon from Call of Legends, which I genuinely didn't think I had, but I was looking for my binder the other day and they're all there. And they are not easy to get hold of nowadays. So I mean, so that kind of that whole block was just, I love the artwork, the design. I loved Pokemon Prime because they didn't give up extra prizes. They were just pretty good Pokemon, but there was no real extra mechanic. They were just a little bit better. I think Legends were fascinating. The artwork was phenomenal. The way, I love that they designed Legends in a way where they never really took over the game, but like, who was it? David Cohen won Worlds, and his deck had one Rayquaza Deoxys Legend. That same year in 2011, Ross Cawthorn came second, and there was one Entei Suicune Legend. There were these cards that were really good, and they gave up multiple prizes, but they were teched into decks to help, rather than having decks built around them. I just think that whole block beautiful. Even though if you look back as a player, there was, you know, when we went Heart Gold Soul Silver on, the game was, can you flip heads on Pokemon Reversal? Can you flip heads on Baby Flips? It was an absolute flip fest, but I look back on it so fondly.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh, I got a couple of questions to ask you. Oh, after this. This is a great introduction. Okay, I think you talked about this just a little bit, but how long have you been collecting? And I'll also, in your case, playing as well. Maybe a quick sum up. Years. How many years?
Well, it's either the entire length of the game, because I was collecting, you know, I was buying base set from shops when it came out. So either the entire length of the game, honestly, seriously, about a decade. So when Arceus came out, that was really that was really when I started getting seriously into the game, playing constantly. So, yeah, I would say probably about when Arceus came out, and I'm desperately trying to stall. So that was 2009. So actually, that's longer than I thought. That's 12 years, not 10.
Gotcha. I'm not too sure about the next question because I don't hear you talking about just graded cards in general, but I'm going to give it a shot. Favorite graded card, either what you have or you would like to have.
Well, I own exactly one graded card. It was a present from a friend. It was a Misty's Golduck. I believe it's graded at an 8. And
near
so,
mint.
Yeah, so that would be my favorite. I have one day, and not for the near future, but I have a lot of cards that are worth grading. I've got a whole bunch of staff pre-release and tournament promos from, well, kind of like the Heart Gold Soul Silver Gen 5 era. I've got, you know, the shiny Charizard from Hidden Fates. I've got a Japanese shiny V Max from Shiny Star V. I've got base set Blastoise, base set Charizard, base set Venusaur. I have got, and obviously, you know, the 11 shinies from Call of Legends. I've probably got a couple hundred cards that are valuable enough and in good enough condition. One day I will, but I'm not there yet.
Gotcha. And it's pretty expensive to collect and play.
Yeah.
I've learned that. I think we already know the answer for this one, but I'm still going to show it because it is last Pokemon card you sent to grading.
Never sent one to get graded.
Never. Okay, this one's the last question, and we're heading to the live Q&A, guys. Last Pokemon pack you opened.
So the last Pokemon pack I opened was my Battle Styles Build and Battle. Was garbage. It was absolutely terrible.
I saw that.
I had one white code, and this is the 4 in there and the 3 extra. I got one white code, which was a Crobat, so no chase cards at all. And I got the worst pre-release promo, which is a Cherim, and it was damaged. And I called it the worst opening ever, and people were like, oh, no, I'm on your side. I've opened stuff and gotten no hits. And I'm like, no hits makes it bad. But getting a damn promo that's even the worst one, that's what makes it the worst.
There you go. I'm going to do a quick shout out. Here I am, you guys. Thank you so much. Let me know if the connection's bad. I'm pretty sure it's okay. I checked another internet test again. Hello, hello. 838. Hey, CJ. Hey, Joseph. I'm glad you can join. Hey, San. Hey, B. Royd. Hey, Angry Widow. Not Widow. Weedle. Oh, my God, you guys. Remember, it's 7 a.m., 7:30 my time. So let me go. Hey, William. Hey, time zone from the UK. Oh, yeah. Hey, Carly. Hi, Adam. Okay, so you guys, this is a live Q&A. I'm letting you guys know, full disclosure, I'm kind of ashamed of myself to admit this, but I've been collecting for so long, but I have never, Ross, you're gonna kill me. I have never learned to play the Pokemon trading card game. Never. I've learned to play Dragon Ball Z.
I don't think you need to.
But I've never learned it. I just love Pokemon. I've never learned it ever. I came pretty close though. In Roaring Skies, I came pretty close. But after that, I've never learned. If you guys have any questions regarding your deck, the card, if is it playable, any questions, and I get a lot of these questions during this live stream where I go, honestly, I have no idea. But this is your chance with Ross. So let's get this going. And also, something I implemented a couple of streams ago. If you guys see this right here, if this little guy shows up in the middle of the stream anywhere at any time, there will be a Google form on the side of the comments for this Pikachu. Oh, there you go. I'm going to remove him just a little bit. This fat Pikachu that you guys, it's going to be like a wheel of name. You guys just entered. So that's where it is. So Mr. Fat Pikachu is going to show up. Anyways, you guys, I know it's a little bit early my time, but we are going to go and we're going to head full force with this because I have a lot of energy. I drank a lot of tea. So let's go to the questions and let's get this going. And I have a couple of questions on my own. And good luck, Hefe, finding MSRP or RRP in here. Okay, so San Bubba Squad wants to know. So I saw your full reprint list video. Why were you calling multiple products coming out as Waves reprint?
So what I'm essentially doing here, I'm just using the language that the distributors use because it kind of keeps things nice and uniform. When they say waves, what they mean is, let's say they print 1,000 of them, that'll be wave 1. And then they'll print another 1,000 and that'll be wave 2. Numbers I'm completely pulling out of thin air. Don't worry about the numbers. But it basically means we're going to print, so like the, I think it was a Shining Fates Elite Trainer box. They were doing 3 waves, none of which were listed as a final wave. So essentially they're printing a bunch, then they're printing another bunch, then they're printing another bunch, and there could be more waves in future. So when I'm doing the video, the reason I give you the waves, I don't want to just say, oh, they'll be out starting in April. I want to be like, look, there's some here, some here, some here. So you know, okay, I've missed the April wave, but I know there's another wave coming out here. Because I know at the moment a lot of people are struggling. I can't come to your house and help you find products online. That would be creepy. But hopefully I can kind of give you enough information that you know when to look. And then you can go from there. That's my goal.
So where are you getting the information from? Because I know in one of your videos, you said you have a very good third party. And I know Stephen Clark? Stephen Clark. I forgot. I don't know how he pronounced his first name. Is it Stephen or Stephen? Stephen Ken, that's it. I talked to him, I think, once. And he made a post, I think, in Burbank about scalpers, and I reached out to him. I thought that was a great post, and we connected on that. So is that where you're getting your information from? Stephen Kent, right? Yeah. Stephen
Kent. Sometimes. I mean, Stephen's a good friend of mine. Stephen is awesome. Stephen hooked me up with a staff Don fan from Vivid Voltage because I needed to start. And he just hooked me up. He just sent it out. And I'm like, what do you want? He's like, nah, you're fine. Stephen is one of my favorite people. I love him. Sometimes it's from Stephen. Stephen's brilliant. He will always answer my questions. I've got a few shops who would rather remain anonymous, which is fine, who basically feed me information. So the other day when the reprints came out, I actually had messages from 3 different shop owners basically going, hey, Wassy, here's what we've received. And this really helps me out Because if 3 different people are giving me the information and the information tracks between all 3 of them, then I know the information I've got, it's either legit or they are really working together to trick me. So I get a lot of these questions from people being like, hey, Wossi, where'd you get your Japanese deck list? And the answer is, I follow a whole bunch of Japanese shops on Twitter because I follow them when I know they give out deck lists. In terms of the information I get from shops, I get a bunch from shops. Essentially, I've been doing the whole YouTube thing so long that I just have contacts for basically everything. Like if a product comes out in Japan that I can't get, I've got half a dozen different people I can call on in Japan who will one of them will probably hook me up. And like a lot of people ask me for advice on the YouTube thing. And the best advice I can give to anyone is make friends with everybody. Like a lot of people, there's a weird thing. I'm massively off track here, but I'm going for it. There's this weird thing where smaller YouTubers like calling out bigger YouTubers and trying to make them look silly. There's some kind of badge of honor to be gained. And it's
true.
so weird to me because people are that have tried calling me out and being rude to me. And I just won't work with them in the future if they want to work together. And if somebody else asks me my opinion, I'll give them my honest opinion. Whereas, you know, people who are nice to me, I work with them. But the thing is, like, I'm very lucky. On every single day, somebody will send me a nice message, send me some information that I may or may not have. It doesn't matter. Offer to send me a product they know I'm trying to get. Every single day, someone is getting in touch with me being nice. And because I'm trying to be nice, I'm trying to make friends with everyone, my life is so much easier. So the answer is I've basically built up a network over years of so many different people in so many different areas that if I need to know something about Pokemon, I've usually got someone I can send a message to and I'll know in 5 minutes.
That's true. You do have a lot of channels. And the Pokemon community, I think it's pretty small. It really is. With the long-term collectors, it's pretty small. At least what I think it is, because I think YouTubers, they all kind of know each other in some way, some form. Because when I was getting people to go on here, I was just looking through my friends list. I said, oh my God, I have a lot of people. And I just, throughout the years, I was like, I just reach out to everyone. And but you are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. But I've never been really much on social media. So now it's just going here. But I think the community is pretty small. I mean, yes, there's more popular YouTubers out there. There's but other than that, but I think people kind of know everyone in some way. That's my opinion. So that's my opinion. So Joseph say, hey, you got a Swirl squad here. Let's go. I'm gonna go straight to the questions. Hey, William. Okay. And he also wants to know, also, you claim a team up reprint is coming up, but where did you get the info come? I think I saw that video as well. Coming from distributors and other companies in the community, there's no word on a reprint, even talking into UK stores. I did see that video. Could you please clarify that just in case?
No, of course. Now, this is an awkward one, right? Because part of what I do, and lately, I don't know how many people have been paying attention. Lately, I've been trying to do more business-focused videos because I don't know how many people know this. I taught business professionally for about a decade and a half. I've run business departments in multiple schools. Business is very much my wheelhouse. The problem is, and this is something you always need to, and it's not just me, it is literally anyone, Pokemon or I'm going on the best information I have. Now, if some random person sends me, and this happens fairly often, somebody I don't know sends me a tweet going, hey, Wossi, I've got a tip for you. I'm not just going to run out and make a video based on the one tip. And it's not because I don't believe the person. It's because I know that, you know, I need to think about my reputation. If I want people to watch my business focused videos, I have got to try and come along with the best information possible. So as an example, I showed a video the other day about Cosmic Eclipse getting a reprint. I heard from multiple distributors and then they cancelled it. And when I made the video, the information was correct, but they cancelled it. Talking specifically about the team up reprints, I got in touch with multiple stores, mostly in the US, a couple in Europe, who told me they had been told it was coming. That for me was enough, but I might be wrong about this. I make a lot of videos. I might be misremembering, but I'm fairly sure the way I phrased it in the Cosmic Eclipse video was, this is coming, I am certain. And I believe in the team up video, I said, I have, but my information is not as good on this. I think I said that. I think I was a little bit less certain in that one. But I also got, you know, about a dozen comments from people going, hey, Wassy, I've heard about a team up reprint. What do you know? And generally, when I start getting multiple comments on the same topic, if I can, I'm going to want to bring a video about that. So basically, I spoke to a bunch of people who told me they were sure it was going to happen. These were people who would know about such a thing. And I thought the information sounded enough to make a video. Do bear in mind, it takes about 6 weeks minimum to reprint a set. So just because it's happened now doesn't mean it's not happening.
That's very true. That is very true. So for Cosmic Eclipse, I know, and you can confirm this, because you're in the UK. Was there a reprint of Cosmic Eclipse to the UK right now? And you can confirm this.
It was ordered, it was announced, it was official, and then it was officially cancelled. So there's one where there was actually, the information was given out, and there was an official cancellation. So stores were essentially told, we know we said this, the orders were open, stores were able to order it, and then it got cancelled. And you're never going to please everybody, though, because on the one hand, yeah, we wanted a Cosmic Eclipse reprint, but there's only so many printers and factories printing Pokemon cards. So if you're reprinting Cosmic Eclipse, you're not doing another run of Battle Styles or Chilling Reign or whatever. So evidently, they made the decision that there was another set that needed reprinting more than that.
Yeah, I was told myself, and just like you, I have a little bit of connections with the distributors, and I was told that Cosmic Eclipse was going to be reprinted in the US, and I thought it was as well, but it never occurred. So, but again, it does not mean that it's not going to happen later on in the future. Just quick disclaimer on that. So,
No. And this is really important to remember. We can only ever go on the best information we've got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's true.
Things change. It sucks, but it happens.
That's very, very true. Let me go here. Okay, wow, we got a lot of questions. We were just going, oh, wow. Okay, let's go here. Good morning, you guys. I do have a little bit of morning hair, so I apologize for that. The hairspray does not work sometimes. So, okay. Oh, CJ. Oh, for both of us, you definitely have the floor on this one. How does it feel to have the best YouTube video in the community?
I mean, that's a subjective thing. It's not for me to judge. I like it. Every so often, someone tells me, your intro's too long, change it. But I meet people and I get emails from people and they start it with my intro, and that always feels really good. All I'm going to say is 99% of YouTube videos start with, hey guys, I can't do it. Can't do it.
No, your intro, it's like, if I remember correctly, good morning or good afternoon, depending where you live, or good night, right? Somewhere like that. I try to memorize it.
It is a reference to the Truman Show. I love that film.
Oh, I do love that. I do. I actually have the DVD. I'm looking at it right now. I love it. I have Blu-ray, live stream. I love that show. It's amazing how much he was so much in love with her, and he was collecting all these magazine pieces. I admit that was a little bit creepy. I must admit. I mean, I must admit that was a little bit creepy, but comparing that he only took her to the beach and then he held onto her sweater. I saw the movie at least like 20 times. I love that. I love that movie. Okay, tangent, but anyways, I like that comment. Best community. If you had complete control of the competitive gameplay, what changes would you make, if any? This question is all yours because I do not play, and I apologize. This is, like I said, this is your time to ask about competitive decks, whether you should play this or that. Your time, and this one's all yours. All solo on this.
All I can tell you is, it's awkward, right? Because in the time I've been playing, if you ask most players, they will tell you that the Diamond and Pearl era was the best era playability-wise. And I get that. We had Claydol and Yuxi, so decks were super consistent. One of my favorite facts I keep trotting out is when Michael Pramwell got second at Worlds and he was so close to winning, if his opponent doesn't top deck a Yuxi level X, he wins Worlds. He had a 1-0-1 tech Machamp stage 2 in his deck. But when I was playing in a Diamond and Pearl, people were going, oh, this format's rubbish. It's not as good as it used to be. No matter what you do, people hate it. Having said that, right now, I would get rid of ADP so fast because I pretty much only want to play, and this is a personal thing for me. I basically only want to play silly single prize decks. Excadrill, Donphan, love the Mean Chow from Battle Styles. So every time I make a deck like that, I basically just go, yeah, get stomped by ADP. I would like to go back to a format like we had in Diamond and Pearl and Heart Gold Soul Silver, where there were no double prize Pokemon, or the ones that were legends, which, as I mentioned earlier, were done. But honestly, whatever you do, people are going to complain. My outlook as a player generally is I want to adapt to the format. I have never played in a format that I didn't like. I've always liked it. I have a personal preference towards Pokemon Draw because back in the Heart Gold Soul Silver era, as much as it was my favorite era, there was more in black and white really because we had Smeargle and Heart Gold Soul Silver. We basically had very, very poor Pokemon Draw. So we just had to play support. And if you didn't draw support, you lost. But yeah, I like whatever format we're in. I always want good Pokemon Draw, though we do have good Pokemon Draw right now. There's loads of them. And I'd get rid of ADP because ADP ruins all my favorite decks.
Gotcha. I'm learning each and single time that you answer a question. I'm eventually gonna learn. I'm gonna learn. That's probably one of my goals is to learn end of the year. Even though I said that like 6 times already. But I'm gonna learn. I do have so many questions, so I'm so excited just to go. Just perhaps maybe we can talk afterwards or something. Maybe we can go here and there. But I'm so excited. Oh yeah, it's 7:30 here. I requested work off today, and that's good because I have so many things to do. I'm gonna clump it all in one today, so I'm very excited. Yes, I miss work, you guys. I miss work. My coworkers are my Facebook friends. I miss work. So, okay. If Pokemon approached you to build an official theme deck to put on shelves today, would you do it? And what Pokemon would you build around it? Oh, that's such a good question. Oh my God.
Really good question.
That is such a good question.
For me, yes. My general theory is I say yes. So, there's a couple cool things I've been able to do lately. So at the beginning of lockdown last year, Pokemon approached me to make some videos for them officially. They're all on my YouTube channel. You can check them out. They were kind of beginner PTCGO videos. So there was what is PTCGO, how to build a deck, and then I played a tournament online with a local game store. It was really, really fun. And then, I don't know how many people noticed, I'm hoping you did, but during the Players' Cup 2, there were some interstitial deck profile videos, and now I can't say I made them, but I recorded the footage and did the voiceover. People way more talented than me edited them together, which I'm sure was far more work than I put in. But I got to do that as well. So I've got to do some cool projects for Pokemon, which I absolutely love. To give an actual answer to your question, the Donphan from Vivid Voltage, I think it's Vivid Voltage, the one that does 120 and damages your bench, and then there's a Fampi. I just think that's a really cool deck for newer players. So yeah, that Donphan. It should be a theme deck.
Gotcha. I don't even know how to answer this question. I don't play. CJ, I'm going to have to postpone this when I learn how to play. Check back in 2 years. 2 years. Oh, how fast is it to learn? Let's just say if I want to learn tomorrow, how fast is it to learn? Not competitively, but just to go out and be like, hey, pre-release, I can learn how to play.
Oh, like 10 minutes.
Really?
So before I moved back, I live in Cornwall now. It's a little foot on the southwest of England. There's very, very little here. But before I lived here, I lived up country in the Midlands, and I used to go to League like every week. I went to every pre-release. I started judging pre-releases after a while. And it wasn't unusual to have a kid turn up for a pre-release who didn't know how to play the game. Who would literally, you know, they rock up with the parents and be like, "Hi, little Timmy wants to play Pokemon."
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. That was their entire thing. I was like, "Sweet, come over here." So I'd sit down with them. I'd help them make a pre-release deck. I'd teach them how to play. We'd do a few test games. They'd play the pre-release. So it's quite when you get into it, it gets phenomenally complicated. But if you want to play in a pre-release, you can learn that. You can rock up to a pre-release not knowing what you're doing. Someone will teach you in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I actually tried to learn at a pre-release once, and I think the store owner, God bless his heart, I love him, was like, "I'll just give you the pre-release kit. Now it's called Build Battle now. Just go on." And I'm like, "Okay, thanks." And I think there was no motivation for me to ever learn. So so bad. I love the next question. I'm definitely going to give you the floor on this one. I'm going to have a little bit something to say because this is how I reached out to you, because it's my main focus on this channel as well. And it's just to talk about it and how it's, I do believe it's hurting the community right now. And especially with the next question, I definitely want to talk about it because she did mention this and I was towards the end of the video and I thought it was on point. So I definitely, this next question is going to be such a good question. What are your thoughts on Frosted Caribou's recent video about the Pokemon trading card game? She called out on several content creators and blaming them. Did you see the video?
I mean, I haven't watched the video. It's came up on my feed the other day. I didn't watch it for various reasons. I mostly time, if I'm honest with you. So no, I haven't watched the video. I must say that super clearly. But I'm assuming by large content creators, you're talking people like Logan Paul opening vintage boxes. That's what people generally talk to me about. I'm hoping she wasn't referring to me because I'm not a large content creator and I'm trying to help. So I'm hoping that's not.
No,
Like,
you.
Hey, what's he?
You
She called
were
you
there.
out. Fight.
Your video, just your thumbnail was there. I do remember your thumbnail was there, but I think she brought it up not in the segment where. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, guys. I don't think I am. Your thumbnail was there, but I think she used it. You and Omi Pokey were there because of saying this is the content creator for Pokemon trading card game, not anything else, not calling you out or anything else.
Okay.
So that's what it was. It's just
so
these are the people
right?
that were making
and like
content.
I say, I like to think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So when it comes down, like I said, this is basically my tool. This is Pokemon and business. And like I've said, one of the most annoying things is I see people in these TCG groups all the time and I see them trying to talk business and they clearly lack understanding of the fundamental principles of business. And that's not me trying to be rude or insult anyone, but it's like every discipline. You need to take time and build up your knowledge base in order to really know what you're talking about. And when it comes to business, I have spent a decade and a half researching, going on courses and really learning about business. Now, in terms of the big content creators, what they've basically done is build hype. So Logan Paul goes out and again, I'm not blaming Logan Paul. I'm using him as an example purely because that's who people keep telling me about. I have also not watched Logan Paul's video. He's not the only one. It's just a name people keep giving me. Please don't think I'm calling anybody out because I just said about that. That would be ironic. And they open these vintage booster boxes and they put these ginormous sums on the screen. And then regular people that don't know about Pokemon think, I'm going to be rich. And they're wrong. And I made videos about the fact that they're wrong. Investing in modern product is ridiculous. Modern product is not going to be particularly valuable. Secondly, if everybody's investing in modern product, it never rises in value. It's like the one of the examples I like to use is the Super Mario 3D collection, which, Nintendo was like, we're only going to sell it till March. And a bunch of people went, I'm going to buy multiple copies and wait for it to be super valuable. And it sold like 3 million in the first week. And it's one of the top selling Switch games. It's kind of like that with modern product. If everybody is buying it, even like you go, well, graded Pikachu VMAX, fine. But if everybody is buying it up and getting it graded, then the graded population is going to be really high, and thinking it's ever going to get to the stage of a Neo Genesis Lugia, base set Charizard, etc. is ridiculous because there's so many more of them out there. Are they hurting the game? There's different ways to look at it. On the one hand, they are bringing people into the game. They are getting people interested who weren't interested before. That is a good thing. But on the other hand, they are bringing in people who are in there for the wrong reasons. So I don't think you can necessarily blame these big content creators, but you can blame the people coming in who did come in because of them, if that makes any sense. So the people who, and it doesn't happen luckily where I am because I'm in a tiny little rural place down in England, but I know, a bunch of my mates live in the US and they go to Walmart, Target, etc., and they literally have people who will know when the vendor's coming in, follow the vendor into the store, buy everything, and then follow the vendor to the next store and buy everything. And I don't think it's necessarily fair to blame the big content creators for it, but they're doing it because they saw the big content creators do it, if that makes any sense. What we need is, there's a few people that essentially need to do things. Firstly, Pokemon need to up supply, except we know they are. They made a public statement. I keep seeing comments like, oh, Pokemon need to up supply. I'm like, yeah, which is why they are, and they've made a public statement to that exact effect. Stores need to step in, and I know that some of the big box stores might not care, but the fact of the matter is, if somebody's walking into a Walmart and clearing out the shelves, why is the manager of Walmart not going, that's kind of shady, we don't want people doing that? And similarly, we as a community have a role to play, and we shouldn't have a role to play, but we do. Ignore them. Because the thing is, scalpers, they're buying at retail and selling above retail. If we don't buy from scalpers, they have to sell at retail. Except they can't sell at retail, because if I can buy from some random dude on Facebook or a shop, well, the shop gives me buyer protection laws are all in place. So actually, they can't sell at retail. They have to sell below. And if they buy at retail and sell below retail, they will stop super quickly. If we ignore them, they will go away. The thing is, this is going to get better because Pokemon know this is happening. Pokemon are upping supply. And what we're going to see over the next year is supply is just going to keep going up and up and up and up and up. And there's going to be more and more stuff out there. And the more stuff is out there, the fewer opportunities there are going to be for scalpers. And the kind of people that scalp Pokemon cards are probably going to scalp something. PlayStations, sports cards, whatever. But as Pokemon increases supply, if shops start taking a stand and we as a community take a stand, they will go away. So, yes, I think content creators had a role in this, but I don't think you can blame content creators because people, their video went, oh, Pokemon cards are valuable, I'm going to go and scalp them. Because although there is definitely, I mean, I teach law as well, we would use the phrase a causal link.
Yeah.
The scalpers.
Yeah.
They're the people that are doing it.
Oh, yeah. The thing is that when you said just ignore them, I think that's a little bit difficult right now because the thing is that people are not ignoring them. That's why they exist. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to perhaps say it in a very positive way. I mean, they are bringing people in the community. It's not all negative. It's really not. But it has to have somewhat of a balance because at the same time, when they're driving people out and just because right now, I do believe it's completely off balance. I do believe that people, and this is purely subjective. It's my honest opinion. And it's just, again, this is purely subjective. I do think that the majority, at least more than half, I guess that is the majority of people that are joining Pokemon now are in it for the wrong reasons. And they think that they are going to get rich. But I don't, and this is, again, I mean, please feel free to step in and share your thoughts on it as well. I do believe that they are in it for the wrong reason and they are thinking it as a cash cow. I don't really hear a lot of people talking about the competitive side, and that's where she talked about it the most, because it's hard to get these cards. I don't know if you remember about the full art shaman, because that's what happened. The full art shaman and Roaring Sky, they were going for $250, just the full art, and just the regular art was like what, $150, and that was such a popular card and was driving people away. And I do believe that Pokemon do want to focus on the competitive side as well. So I that's where I do think a lot of sets, and that's one of the factors in sets getting reprinted and what's the popularity of the set, because I do believe, and a lot of people say that statement. I don't know if you saw, but just Facebook group, they're saying that is a PR post. And I went to them, I say, it's not a PR post. Pokemon is business, business, business. They will reprint, and I bet my money on that. They will reprint to, I don't know how often, but I know that they reprint.
Of course they will.
So, but I thought she did a great video. And I do believe that some of the thumbnails that she put on there, it's not that accurate, because I do believe some of the content creators that she put on there really do want to inform the community of what's going on, what to perhaps invest or what to buy. But I get where she's coming from. I do. But at the same time, I think she tried to say, hey, we need to stop this. What is Pokemon community? And she came and she started the video as, I came from a place of privilege, because I think she is sponsored by Pokemon. I don't know if I'm correct on that, but she said that she gets her product by, from Pokemon. And I do believe it. I do thank her for stepping up, because I did share that video, even though I made a little comment. I said some content creators or that, but it is instead, and I think she's right, because they're seeing it. People are coming in. This is not a game, right? It's not a game for children. It's not competitive play. But if I hold on to this card for so long, if I open this card for so long, Charizard, I can make money off of that. And I think that's where the majority of her intent is. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about a lot of these kind of in my videos lately. It's what people are asking me about. I mean, one of the big misconceptions people have about Pokemon is that it is primarily a game. And it's not. If you want a trading card game, you've got a Magic. Magic is the Pokemon trading card. The trading card game. Pokemon, the vast majority, and Pokemon is the biggest TCG in the world. It's not even particularly close. They make a huge amount of money. But the thing is that they sell mostly to kids, and it's pester power in supermarkets. It's kids in supermarkets buying a random pack here or there. That's where Pokemon get their money. And the competitive scene is important. You can see so many things, things like doing cash prizes for tournaments rather than scholarships. Look at the promos they're printing. Look at the theme decks they're printing. Pokemon really are doing a great job lately in the past few years of catering to the competitive players. But you've got to remember that the competitive player base is a very small part of the Pokemon market as a whole. Collectors are not really part of the Pokemon market. They're not trying to cater to collectors. They are trying to cater to the mass market first, players as a second, and maybe collectors as a third. But that's not really where Pokemon are going. As for people not believing in reprints, they're a profit-making business. If they're going to make money off it, they're going to do it. That's clearly ridiculous. So it's awkward, and we do need to stop it at the moment. It is awkward, and I do hear literally every day from people who are struggling to get products, who aren't happy, who are being driven away, and it sucks. But the message I always have for people is, it will get better. It is going to start to get better.
It will.
Yeah, you combine the pandemic and the hype at the moment, and supply is awkward, demand is huge. Give it a couple of years. And I mean, Poketage over on Twitter made an excellent post a few days ago showing an empty shelf in Japan and a full shelf in Japan, because back in 2018, I think it was, Japan saw a 400% increase in demand, and every shop in Japan was completely sold out of products. It's not a problem anymore. We're 2-3 years on, it's not a problem, because Pokemon just went, oh, we're selling too much, let's up production. It took time, but they fixed it. Same thing's going to happen here, and that's why investing in modern product is silly, because Pokemon, people are investing in Vivid Voltage, and it's like, well, Pokemon know Vivid Voltage is sold out. They're reprinting it as fast as they can. Why are you investing in Vivid Voltage? That's just silly. And these same people are selling Crimson Invasion for retail a couple years later because it sold really badly and nobody wants it. And I'm like, so let me get this straight. You are selling boxes cheaply that nobody bought and no one is collecting so that you can invest in boxes that everyone else is investing in. And it's just, you go back to Call of Legends. Call of Legends was a pariah when it came out. People hated that. If you go post Wizards of the Coast about the only set that rivals it is EX Fire Red and Leaf Green, you'll pay $10,000 for a box of Call of Legends. Try finding another set in the past 15 years that commands that price. And the reason it's so valuable is nobody bought it. I get a bit ranty at times.
No, keep on going. I love it. I'm listening. That's where I have all these guests and the floor is all there because I'm learning myself as well. I do want to comment. I do want to go back to the comments, but I do want to comment. I do think Modern is investable. I do. I'm actually stepping out of Pokemon for quite a bit because right now it's just not smart to do it. To me, my honest opinion. And that's just the financial way because I think you can invest in things like I can invest in sand and hopefully I can try sand. This is just an example and try to make money, but it's how I'm investing. And I think the problem lies is that people are not doing it. They're not doing it smartly. That's the problem. They're not. Okay. So I went over this distributors pricing. And I show them a picture of it for Vivid Voltage was $86. Okay. The middleman that sells it to you that's going for $280 or taking that chunk of a profit for that money or close to it should be in your pocket. Okay. That's why I always preach MSRP or RRP in your case. MSRP. Don't risk it, you guys. And I don't know if you saw, but on Verbank and on Facebook group, the Vivid Voltage booster box, they're going down. I saw a listing for $170 this morning. $170. And the guy could not sell it. And I remember it was going from $280. I saw it $280, $260, $220, now with $170. And the guy can't sell it. And that's the thing, because that's how are you investing in the Pokemon cards? That's where it is. And people are opening packs towards investment. How are you investing? Because the risk is so high. If you're buying a Vivid booster box for $280 and it's so speculative whether they reprint or not, and I bet that they will, that risk is so high right there. That's not how you should invest. But again, I'm going on a tangent on a question like that. We'll go back into investment. If you guys have any questions, let us know. So we're going to go to William, and this question is for you. Do you find being in Europe a disadvantage compared to players in other regions? Oh, that's a good question.
No, sorry, I'm not entirely sure the slant of this question, but in terms of product, yeah, there are products we don't deliver Pikachu. For me, I'm extremely lucky. Like I say, I've got my network of people. People hook me up. People are wonderful and awesome. So I'm good in that regard. I mean, in terms of playability, honestly, there are advantages. Look at the Players' Cup. I think the cutoff, and I didn't try and qualify for the Players' Cup free. Let's just say I knew I was casting it and I was really busy, so I didn't qualify, which hurts because I qualified for the first two. But, you know, the cutoff in Europe's like 71, and the cutoff in America, in the USA, I don't know, it's a lot higher than that. In Japan, tournaments are so oversubscribed, you literally have to enter a lottery in Japan and be selected to be able to play in a 1,500 person tournament because there are more than 1,500 people that want to play in them. So you literally have to enter an online lottery and be selected just to get the chance to play. We do get a little bit of a disadvantage product-wise because we don't get everything. There are a bunch of stuff we don't get. All your little plastic figures you get in your products, we never get them, which sucks. But no, I think most of the time it's pretty much the same. But obviously, competitive-wise, because we got a slightly smaller player base, it means things like the Players' Cup is a little easier to qualify for. Things like the European Internationals has a lower attendance than the North American. So in theory, that means we have to do a little bit better to get a little bit less good, to get into top cut. So I think there are advantages.
Gotcha. Hey, I did not know that. Learning something new every time. Adam, how do you feel about fighting decks getting the love back, and do you think grass decks will ever get their justice in the meta? This is definitely your questions for you. I like that.
I mean, anyone that's followed me a little bit as a player on my channel, etc., you'll know I play fighting decks, like Donphan decks, Excadrill decks, Mean Shao decks. I seem to Regirock, the promo, quad one of those, love that deck. Garchomp, I tend to play fighting decks. I mean, to be fair, when Furious Fist came out, that was when fighting was really good. We have Strong Energy and Landorus and all of that. But yeah, we got Karate Belt at the moment. We got Martial Arts Dojo. They're around for a while. They really help fighting decks. And obviously, I mean, with Urshifu being in both Single and Rapid Strike, we expect more fighting Pokemon in the not too distant future. They are getting a bit of a bump. Makes me happy as a predominantly fighting player. But these things go in circles. Same with grass. I mean, for years, fire was terrible. And then they printed Welder and fire was amazing again. When I went to my first Nationals, you couldn't move for all of the Jumpluff players. And now grass is kind of terrible. But at some point, inevitably, they will print a really good grass Pokemon again. The thing is, even when a type is good, like look at Fire in the last few years. Fire has been amazing, but it's basically been Reshizard, Blacephalon, and now Centiskorch. And there are a few other Pokemon here or there, but it's generally just been kind of those three archetypes. At some point, there will be a really good grass Pokemon. It's inevitable.
Gotcha. I'm sitting here smiling because I'm not even too sure. I'm going to learn this. I promise. And by the way, this is such a great Q&A because I'm totally learning it slowly, one by one, getting there. And this is my goal. It's just more motivation for me to learn. Papmeister, what is the most fun era of the TCG to play? Most balanced? Is there a community for the older eras? Ooh, there you go.
So generally when you ask people, they will either say the original EX era, literally Little X, back in Gen 3, essentially, in the TCG. I wasn't really playing back then, so I can't comment too much. But I think in the time that I've been playing, it's Diamond and Pearl for all the reasons I said earlier. Jason Klaczynski's got a really good blog that examines it and gives a whole bunch of deck lists. Just Google Jason K blog. You should find it because Klaczynski's really awkward to spell. And outside of that, there is a Facebook group. I think it's called Snowpoint Temple or something like that, which is literally for players of older formats. So go and check them out. They will hook you up. But yes, there is a community out there. And I would recommend the Diamond and Pearl era. That is good stuff.
Thank you. I think they name drop for more views. I'm thinking maybe. I think she does have a point in some of it. But maybe. I think she did bring up really great points in that, and how the Pokemon community is not speaking up, because I have mentioned that in my broadcast a lot. I said, why are the Pokemon community so silent on this? And I do think it's because some of them do have personal interests, and I think she did mention that as well. But yeah, thanks for the answer and not taking
that might have been running back to when I said little YouTubers calling out bigger YouTubers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, hey, James. There you go. Hey, James. What is that? I don't even know. Good morning, and depending when you're watching this. He's definitely you're watching. Definitely a watcher. Hey, Peter at PokeGal. And thoughts on the new English set on Chilling Reign coming out later this year? Ooh.
Okay, so I'm going to start doing rapid fire because I've not too much longer that I can stay for, unfortunately. So let's do some rapid fire answers. Chilling Reign probably won't have a Mamoswine as much as I want it to. I'm going to do a video about that next week if I get time. I think that the Galarian birds, which are coming in the set, are going to be absolutely nuts. I love Tornadus VMAX. There's still quite a lot we haven't seen.
Gotcha. Oh, so you have to leave pretty soon? How long so I can time myself with the question?
Like 15, 20 minutes.
Ooh, all right. We're going to keep going, you guys. Are Pokemon cards a right or a privilege?
They're a privilege. It's like everything in life. We don't need Pokemon cards. We need food and water and shelter and love. We don't need Pokemon cards. Having said that, and I think anyone who's anyone who says they're entitled to them, they're right. No, they're a privilege, like everything, like films, like music, like video game. It's all just a privilege at the end of the day.
Very true. I absolutely agree with that. UK's coming very late. They get products late of the time. That's why you won't hear it first. Huh.
Not always true. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. The ultra premium collection, one with the gold slash and his Amazenta, that just keeps getting delayed over and over. Sometimes it's true. Most of our release dates are in line with the US. It's been a bit awkward lately because of the whole damn panic thing, but most of the time we get stuff day and date there, but there are always a few that we don't.
Gotcha. What is the problem with Sherm? It's paired with Groudon when Manaphy was paired with Kyogre. Kyogre. Okay, also, let me go here. Hey, Jody, let me go. Looks like Jacqueline. All right. So I think we are done with the comments because they heard that you were leaving, which is quite sad because we're having a good time. And I have a couple of questions. If they want to reach you, what is the best way? Facebook, YouTube?
So the best ways to get in touch with me are hit me up on Twitter at the Wassy, because I check my Twitter a lot, or email me at just ptcgradio@hotmail.co.uk, because that comes through to my phone. I see all the emails I get. I don't always reply to every email. I'm really, really sorry. Please don't hate me. If you message me on Twitter or you email me, it's not because I'm a horrible person or I hate you. Some days I will literally get a couple dozen random messages on Facebook, Twitter, email, and with the best will in the world, I can't always answer all of them because I have 2 small children running around and I make videos and stuff. So please don't take offense if I don't reply. I try and reply. I reply to a lot. If I don't reply to you, please don't hate me. I want to answer one more quick question in the chat because there was a little bit of a... it was a few people talking about if you hold products for 10 years, they'll go up in price. Absolutely true. Any product, keep it sealed for 10 years, you'll make a fit. My point with modern product was not that you will never make any money. I'm not saying don't invest a bit, it'll never go up in price. If you buy a box of Vivid Voltage, go and stick it in a closet sealed and bring it out in a decade, you better believe that'll be worth maybe $1,000 or $2,000. You might make a little bit of money, but you're talking 10 years to make a couple of grand. When I say it's not investable, I don't mean you'll never make any money. I mean it's a long-term game, and it's not going to be like Call of Legends 10 years later or Neo Genesis 20 years later. It's going to be a long time, and the gains you see will not be, in 10 years' time, you aren't going to make the money on the sets you could have if you bought them 10 years ago because there's too many people trying to do the same thing. The quick money and the big money isn't there in modern sets, is the point I was making, not that it's impossible to make any money.
Gotcha. Thanks for the clarification. Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. A couple of questions. I totally noticed I skipped all of it because the computer just refreshed it. Do you think they'll ever bring Fairy back?
No, I'm sorry. I don't think they ever will. Bearing in mind, we didn't have Fairy until the X and Y base set. That was like the start of Gen 6. And then they went and got rid of it. We had it for Gen 6 and 7, and then Sword and Shield Gen 8 came along. So we skipped. Well, to be fair, Fairy didn't exist in Gen 1. But we had Gen 2, 3, 4, and 5 without Fairy, 6 and 7 with, and then they cut it for Gen 8. Maybe at some point, and the thing is, as with any company, new managers come in, new people start running the game, they have new ideas. It is absolutely possible that somebody else over the running of the game and goes, I want my fairies back. But I think, generally speaking, it took a long time to get here and then disappeared relatively quickly. The bigger question is, where are the dragon Pokemon? Because they were not officially cancelled. We have had 0 in Sword and Shield, but we are going to get an answer in the next year or so. We have to, because Regidrago has to come into the TCG. It's a big Pokemon, and that is pure dragon type. So they can ignore all the other pure dragons if they really want to. They cannot ignore Rego. So when we get a Regidrago card printed, and it's got to happen at some point, I would imagine Sword and Shield 7 would be my guess, because we know Sword and Shield 6 is the Calyrex Rider. We know 6A is the Eevee set, and then Sword and Shield 7. So it's going to be Sword and Shield 7, 7, 8, 8, somewhere around there. we will get the Reggies, and then we will have our answer.
Gotcha. And a
But no fairy.
quick question. I jumped back. Is there an email I could message you? There's a reprint prediction system I made. I wanted your opinion, and I think Experience could find the weaknesses. There's Bubba Squad is actually his YouTube, and he talked about his prediction. And there you go.
Oh, ptcgradio@hotmail.co.uk. That's the one I gave out earlier. That is definitely the one to use.
Gotcha. Love that intro. You definitely do have a nice intro. I do like that a lot. Well, I absolutely love hearing and seeing news from you. Thank you so much for all that you do and lots of work. You put like 2 videos or 3 videos out. That's amazing. I noticed you have a second channel recently. Yep, I noticed.
It's passion. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I do. It's called Wassy Plays. And
Yeah.
the reason is really simple. Every time, there was a couple times I uploaded a non-Pokemon video and people were furious. So I have a second channel for whatever I feel like.
That's funny. Hefe. At my second store today, no Pokemon or start cards. I'm gonna go crazy. At least some stuff I have home. Oh my god. 7, that's dedication. That is dedication. I went to one Target yesterday. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. I can wait. Oh my god. We gotta have you back because these questions with these cards, you definitely know how to answer them. I definitely do not. What deck do you see as the next meta decks as we get rotation in August time? Obviously, we have a few releases before then.
I'm actually working on a couple of videos along these exact lines, which are hopefully going to be going out next week with rotation prediction and what's going to happen. But long story short, Zacian is still going to be amazing. Center Scorch should still be good even without Welder. Eternatus would have been good if they didn't print Galarian Zapdos. That's kind of going to ruin that deck. And a lot of the single and rapid strike stuff looks pretty good, so keep an eye out for them.
Gotcha. James wants to know, your videos are so full of information. What are your favorite facts or history of the Pokemon trading card game?
My favorite little, and this is the first one that comes to mind. It might not be my favorite, but Skyridge was the last set released by Wizards of the Coast before the license reverted back to what is now TPCI, but wasn't at the time. And then their first set, TPCI, as they are now, was EX Ruby and Sapphire, which launched about 6 weeks after Skyridge, which was hilariously close. And the rumors I've heard, and it makes sense, but I have no proof of this, it might not be right, but the rumors I've heard is that essentially they got the set out as fast as they could to try and bury the last Wizards of the Coast set to really kind of push the Pokemon Company era, so to speak. But just the fact that Skyridge dropped and then Pokemon were like, don't worry about that, here's a new set, just 6 weeks later, that I'd really enjoy that.
This is such a great question because the cat's meowed. Catherine Peters, I'm sure you heard of her. Share some of her stories. Any interesting story when you judge events, like a tough or controversial decision, disqualification, and ruling? That's a good question. Okay, I'm interested in this. I love the drama. Come on, share it.
No, I'm gonna cop out of this one, I'm afraid. Yes, there were a few things. I don't really want to talk about them too. I mean, I've been cheated against in tournaments and it sucks. What I will say is I used to judge a lot of pre-releases, Sutton Coldfield, just outside Birmingham. I used to judge all the pre-releases there before I moved back home. And I absolutely love judging juniors playing new sets, because you sit and what I love about juniors is they just love the game, and you look at them and they are playing some of the cards so wrong, just completely wrong, and it always makes me wonder. Like, so I go over and I see them playing it wrong, and they're lovely kids and they're playing and they don't care, they're not in it to win, there's no real prize, they're just having fun. So I'll go over and I'll be like, oh, using this card wrong, and I'll explain it to them, like, oh, thanks. And it always makes me wonder, what am I not seeing? That, kids that are just kind of, an attack does 100 damage, so they just hit the bench. They're not allowed to hit the bench, but they just do, because why not? And they're playing it like this, and they're just playing it basically as they want to, and no one's upset, no one's annoyed, everyone's having fun. But it always makes me wonder, what am I not seeing at these pre-releases? Because if you stand and watch a pre-release game with new players, you will see some weird applications of the rules, but it's a pre-release, there's no prizes, nobody wants to bother the judges, they just crack on and have fun. And I always wonder what I'm not seeing at those events, because you can't watch every game at once.
That's true. I love this conversation with chat. Yes, we're gonna have you back. I mean, the time zone is so different, us up and loose. Yeah, I think it's the whole internet connection. He's from the
Oh
UK and
no!
the
Oh, I'm so
US.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I think it's I mean it's a little bit jumpy, but I think we can go through it. So we definitely gotta have part 2. Oh, I see that comment that you're saying now isn't investable. There you go. We clarified that. Thank you. Let me see. Wow, there's so many questions. I skipped so many. Woo. Okay. Do you want to do just 2 more questions down there, and then I'm gonna let you have your final thoughts, and you gotta get going because I know we're on a time crunch.
Let's do
Let's
it.
do it. You guys, 2 more questions. I sincerely apologize. We're on a time crunch, and we are gonna invite you back for part 2. Part 2. I would probably wake up at 6 a.m. to do it for you guys. 6 a.m. 7 a.m. was like, woo, but 6 a.m. well, I can do it. Is there a Pokemon card Hall of Fame for competitive cards? What 3 cards would be inducted first? Oh, that's a good question.
It is a great question. So I'm going to caveat this. This is top of my head. Don't judge me too harshly because these are the first 3 that came to mind. Base set Hitmonchan, Gardevoir from Secret Wonders, and Darkrai from Dark Explorer. Oh, no. No, Mewtwo. Mewtwo from Next Destinies. I would have to cut Darkrai for Mewtwo, even though Darkrai did win Worlds more than Mewtwo did. Oh, that's awkward. Okay, you can go Darkrai, but I'm going base set Hitmonchan, Gardevoir from Secret Wonders, and either Mewtwo or Darkrai, Next Destinies or Dark Explorers, the EXs.
Gotcha. Wow, there's so many questions, guys. I feel so bad. Let's go. Don't worry. What do you think about these current set long-term investment, the hoarding scalper Pokemon printing due to artificial demand? Do you think the current sets won't be valuable later on?
Absolutely. It's like with everything. And again, like I said earlier, that does not mean there's no profit to be made. It doesn't mean you can't hold on to them. But it means if you're trying to buy a box of Vivid Voltage today and selling it in 6 months to a year, you're going to have a difficult time making a profit that's worth your time on that.
Mhm.
You need to save it for quite a while. The problem is, if you look at really valuable cards like Skyridge, Call of Legends, these sets stand out because they did not sell well at the time, which means that the number of people that have sealed boxes, etc., is significantly lower, which is going to raise the price. If everybody is hoarding Vivid Voltage, Battle Styles, Darkness Ablaze, etc., then the price is never going to get that high. Scarcity will drive the price up. So what you really want to do is find stuff that nobody is investing in and go for that. And I don't know if that's even possible because everyone's trying. It's really hard to find a niche. I did a video a couple of weeks ago about cards you should be investing in. A bunch of people didn't watch it and got super annoyed because thought I was trying to help scalpers, which was weird. But my point in that video was basically look for weird promos. Things like special delivery Pikachu. As much as I hate that people are selling that for $400 a couple weeks after release, actually, you've got a limited time promo with Pikachu that was only released in one market, and that is absolutely primed to be a card that in 10 years absolutely blows up, because that card could get ridiculous. But then again, a lot of people are grading it, so maybe that won't happen. You could look at you're looking for weird promo cards.
Mhm.
You're not looking for McDonald's Pikachu, because I don't think people appreciate quite how many McDonald's there are that are running this promotion and quite how many Pikachu will be in each of those McDonald's. There are going to be so many of those hollow McDonald's Pikachu that it can't really increase in value very much. Not unless everybody suddenly loses all of theirs, because there are going to be so many out there. It's just, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. And that's what
as long term, yes, it can happen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's what I always tell. They ask me. They always, because I get private press like messages. What are you collecting? Well, I'm out of investment. I'm not investing in Pokemon for a while. Maybe a couple of years down the line, but I'm investing in other things right now because right now it's just not financially smart for me to do so. Right now, the people that are making the most money are the people that are the middleman that I was telling. I mean, I want that money. I'm a very greedy investor. I'm greedy. I want my money. I am not doing that long-term risk. But just real quick, let me go here. go. Perfect. I'm gonna send for final thoughts, and I really appreciate you guys. I'm definitely gonna invite. There's Omi, Pokey. Do you know Joe? I assume you guys. Yes, you guys played together. I
Joe
saw that
came to my
video.
Yeah, Joe was at my wedding. I love Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna set for final thoughts, and then
No,
I'm gonna
Joe's
do
one of
the
my Joe's a really
giveaway.
good friend of mine. We casted the Players Cup 2 together.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And then I'm going to go through the comments. I really appreciate you guys. It's 7 a.m. Part 2, I'm going to wake up at 6 so we can get more time. And we'll go from here. Let's go here. Okay. And I'm going to give it to you for the full spotlight for a final thought. And then we're going to do the giveaway. And I really appreciate you guys so much. The floor is all yours.
Okay, so, and this has been something I've mentioned in a few of my videos, let's say it now. Just hold on. Things are not as bad as they look. They will not continue to be as bad as they look. Pokemon are aware of the problem. They are reprinting more stuff. Firstly, they've said they're going to reprint it. Secondly, they're a profit-making business who know if they print more cards, they will sell and they will make more money. Does not take a business genius to figure out they're going to keep printing. I know at the moment it sucks trying to get hold of new product. I know it's not easy, but there are plenty of good stores out there. There are plenty of ways to get the cards if you're really paying attention. And I know nobody has the time, and that's fine, because over the next year or two we will get back to normal, and this will just be a period of the Pokemon game we look back at and go, oh, that was kind of annoying. And a lot of shops are taking advantage of this. Remember, shops buy at wholesale price. When a shop sells at RRP, they make a decent profit. That is the whole point of a recommended retail price or an MSRP. When it's back, when everything's better, when supply is plentiful, please remember the stores that didn't take advantage, and please remember that. And when we're in a situation where supply is plentiful and you can buy what you want from anywhere, and we will get back to that sooner than most people think, please give your business to the stores that are looking after you now. And there are plenty of them out. If stores are above RRP now, the only reason to do that is to say, you know what? We can make money at the expense of our customers. Even though we're already making a profit at RRP, we're just going to sell above RRP because we can. Remember those stores when everything's back to normal. Remember they took advantage of you. And if you ever see a store who tells you we've got to sell at scalper prices or else scalpers will buy us out and sell it at a higher price, they're basically saying we have to definitely rip you off so that there's no chance that someone else might rip you off, which is a ridiculous argument. Please don't fall for that argument. If you think about it for even a second, it's ridiculous. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. So I just want to let you know, this is the webcam for, I set up everything. I'm going to change this. I just want to let you know something real quick. I really appreciate you doing this, and I'm really glad that I reached out. And second of all, I will be doing some pack openings, and I saw that video, and I have so much love for this community, so much. And I know that if I'm selling these packs, live opening at the price that it is now, it's going to drive people away, and I want people to come in. And I will be doing packs as RRP, which is just $5. So Shining Fates is going to be, not only that, distributors are going up in prices a little bit, so it's going to be $6 for Shining Fates and then $5 for Battle Styles. I'm even considering it doing $4, so just regular below. And what you said in the end made me decide, okay, if I'm going to do these packs, I'm going to make sure I'm going to have the least profit in my hands, because I know when, not if, when it goes back to normal, I will have all my viewers here. So it's just something that I really appreciate you. And I do want to invite you back for part 2, because there's so many questions with competitive decks that I just cannot answer. And I don't think I'll be ever to answer that in any time with your experience and so forth.
Thank you for having me. This was fun. I like talking about Pokemon, if I'm honest with you. So
yeah, same.
any chance I get, good times.
Likewise. All right, take care. Have fun with your kids, and we're gonna do part 2. All right, wave bye to him. There we go.
Bye, everyone.
Woo! Bye. And you got to exit the thing. Got to exit the StreamYard.
Okay, bye everyone.
There you go. He's out, you guys. So give me 1 second. Let me set up the giveaway. And then we're going to go here. By the way, I really appreciate you guys. 7 a.m. my time. So really appreciate you guys a lot. Let me go here. Let me set this up. 1 second, guys. Sorry that you guys have to witness that. I just moved the screen real quick. I got an overhead recently. It's coming today, so everything's gonna change. So let me read the comments real quick, you guys. I apologize for that. I want to read the comments real quick. Uh, I okay. Let me go here. I enjoy. Yep, it was well made. The first 9 minutes it took her 14 hours to made, and it's really taken a long time. She's an amazing. I really like her. I really like her. She definitely has a love. Let me go here. The Pokemon company has surpassed. Wow, that is. Yep. Let me go here. I did the exact same thing. I stepped out of Pokemon for a short while over the past 4 weeks, and I'm buying first. Yep. I think it's a smart. I'm completely out. I'm still going to collect here and there, but for an investment, I'm stepping out, you guys. I hate to say it, but I'm stepping out for a bit because it's not smart right now. It's just right now. I mean, they are getting distributors pricing and they're selling it to you for $280. They're making the most profit. And like I said, I'm a greedy investor. I want all that money in my pocket. I have to disagree that Pokemon caters more to players than collectors. Most of the fans are collectors. So okay. Oh my, okay. I have moved my focus to buying Pokemon postcards for now. Oh, very nice. Max Mofo collects them. Let me go here. Pokemon Modern might be not a great thing to invest in because everyone right now that's going up go there. That's true. That is true. That is true. That I do believe that is such high risk for that. That's the reason why I am making sure if I do go back into Pokemon, it's definitely going to be more of my money in my pocket. So let me go. What's this, guy? What is this, you guys? What is that? Should I? Nah, I don't even know what that is. So let me go here real quick. Morning. Morning. Let me go here. Hey, Silly Master. Hey, SRR. Make sure I go that. Bye. There you go. Which means to maintain the old revenue, higher prices. Okay. So Bellsprout Evil Profit. I don't know about that. All right, you guys. So let me do the Google form. So these are the giveaway. 1 second. Let me get this for you guys. Let me get this going. I really appreciate you guys. 7 a.m. for me. And you guys were all there. Okay. So that's for the first giveaway and the second giveaway. Okay. The Crobat. All right. Someone's going to get this baby one day. One day. And I went out, and this is for Squeaks, who's talked about it, the Japanese Charizard. Okay. Or you guys can pick between the full art Tyranitar. Of course, we get that. We got here. We got here. So that's option number 4 for you guys. Let's go here. What else do I have in the bag? Okay. Or you guys can pick between the Blastoids. What else do I have here? Oh my goodness. So much stuff. Let me see here. Okay. All right, you guys. So we're gonna do 2 giveaways. Give me 1 second, okay, you guys, and I'll stay for a bit just to look at here. I just want to make sure. I know it was such a great interview. I'm gonna make sure to stay and look at the comments real quick, but let me make sure I get things going. All right, let me do the Google Forms 1 second. Hi, James. Let me know if that link showed up on the comments, you guys. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, it did. So it did. All right, let me do something real quick. Okay. There you go, you guys. Look at your name. Just double check after you put the responses. This is for the fat Pikachu. So this is the first giveaway for the fat Pika. Double check your name. We got 9 people. Double check your name. There's 18 people, so I'm going to give it another minute or so. Does anybody need more time? Does anyone need more time? 11 responses. Okay. This is a giveaway for the fat Pikachu. So let me go here. Okay. It's for this fat Pikachu right here, you guys. So enter your name in the form. Enter it once. What's your YouTube name? Let me know. And there you go. That's it. So we got 12 responses and there's 22 people. So now I'm good. I just came. Oh, thank you so much. It's pretty nice. You guys are so cool. All right, you guys. So 12 responses. I'm going to stop here and do another giveaway. 1 second. Let me make a copy of this. This is this giveaway. 312. Okay. Perfect. This is. If you guys win, I ship it to anywhere in the world for you guys, okay? So don't worry about shipping. I got it. This is for the second giveaway, all yours. There's the link. Let me know. It should work now. Okay. While you guys fill out that giveaway. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, you guys. Let me know if the second link. Okay, it went way. No problem. I appreciate everybody that watches my content. I love the Pokemon community. Not a big deal, you guys. I love doing these giveaways. It's just to show my appreciation for everybody here. I really love this Pokemon community, and I do hope to bring such good content. To good content for everybody, and I will continue to collect. I just think that for right now, collecting, just investing right now is just Not a smart idea. That's why I'm heading out. Rudy's bathroom is absolutely insanity. Big money though. He did say in the one video it's worth about 500,000 or 400,000. I totally forgot. Alanis. Okay. Let me go here. You are muted. Am I still muted? No? Okay. I think I'm good. Let me go here. Okay, which means they maintain old revenue, higher price. I'm just going up, you guys. I don't necessarily agree with the point that stores take advantage of people by selling at the market. I think stores' allocation are cut significantly by increased demand. Absolutely. Absolutely as well. But there's a lot of ways that stores can't cut it. Like my local car shop, that's why I fully support him. He limits it. He just said, hey, if you're going to buy it here, one product per person. There's ways that you can come back that. But anyways, he wanted to say here. He said that the price is artificial. The big guys are creating illusion. The price is right by marketing. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jackie. I do believe with that. Absolutely. Because evolution was so much. I absolutely agree with it. This is early. Very early, you guys. Very, very early. Please make part 2. Absolutely. I'm going to reach out to him, make a part 2. I have so many people on the list. Let me go here. All right, you guys. I think we are almost caught up in the comments, or at least I think it is because the computer just refreshed it by itself. Oh, these are cool cards. Oh, thank you so much. Now I know. All right, you guys. Good luck. I'm going to do it right now. Let me go here. Name of wheels. I totally misspelled Will's. Will. Oh my God, it's terrible of me. But guys, if you do win, please reach out to me, please, on my Instagram, on my Facebook, which I left the link in the description. So this is for Fat Pika. Remember, okay. So here, this is Pika. Okay, 12. Here, shuffle. Okay. Shuffled. All right. Who is it? No way. If it's Master Blaster again, no way. No. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. Okay, hey, we got a new winner. Congratulations, Dima. Message me, okay? Are you here still in the chat? I think you are. Hey, Gerardo. If I win, reroll. Okay. Oh, shit. Hey, we got somebody new. That's so cool. I thought the Fat Picture was very popular, so I went out and got a couple of that. Dima, you are here. Whoo! Message me, okay? Message me on Facebook or Instagram. Message me right after. So let's go to the second one here. Okay. This is for the other giveaway where people can pick. This is for the second giveaway. Let me go here. Shuffle. All right, there you go. Thanks, everybody. Everyone. Nice. It's moving. It's moved. Where did it land to? Jody, I think it did. All right, I got your address. Jody, did you ever get my package? I sent it with tracking. Did you ever get my package that I sent to you last time? Did you ever get it? Let me know. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for the stream, Jody. I know how to contact you. I have your address. Let me look through the comments real quick. Oh, thank you. I got that. You guys, I appreciate this so much. Thank you so much. I'm letting you guys know the next stream is going to be amazing. I got Jason Page, the original theme singer, on the next stream, the 14th, you guys. Him. You guys, Jason Page is going to be here. Right, him. There you go. Mr. Pokemon. He's going to be here on the 14th, which is Sunday. Let me go to my YouTube. Let me go here. We got to make sure to show Jason's love and support. Here. Where is Jason? Let me go. I do not know my own link. There you go. The 14th. Right here, you guys. The 14th. We got to show him love and support. And not only that, by the end of the stream, let me go here. I'm going to remove here. By the end of the stream, a giveaway for his autograph, Pikachu, you guys. So please join that stream for love and support with him. I'm so excited. Oh, he will. I will make him sing. Oh, well, I can't make anyone do anything, but I will politely ask. Thank you so much, Robert. Jody, what would you like for let me know so I can pack up and ship this to you as soon as possible? Perfect. Jody, what would you like? So this is just, I assume you want the Charizard, but let me know. Okay, you guys, I always appreciate you guys a lot. I have more contents coming up. I'm doing pack openings. I'm doing shiny face for $6. I think I got an allocation of them. I'm doing battle styles for $5. A Japanese set for $4 a pack. I'm doing it at MSRP. Unfortunately, I cannot do Shining Fates at MSRP because the distributor, they kind of cut me a little bit higher on that pack. So a little bit on that set. So I can't do it for you. But other than that, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. See you guys on Sunday. And I will be tomorrow. I will be on Geeked Out Collectibles, or I forgot, but with Jessica, where it's going to be vice versa. You guys got to ask me the question. So, gotcha. All right, you guys, I really appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day. If you guys in the UK, have a wonderful afternoon. And where are you guys watching? How do I try to say it? I can't. Good morning, good afternoon, or wherever you guys are watching. Goodbye. I'll say goodbye. Yeah, thank you. I would love to have a 1K sub, you guys. I don't ask for anybody to be subscribed. I make a joke. Hearing me talk is enough. It's sufficient. You guys, let me put my full screen on here. Goodbye, you guys. Take care.